Really seemed to be all over the place in the first quarter, even on the pick. Seemed to be pushed my Marquise Pouncey back into the quarterback's face. What did you see from him, and how has he progressed since he's gotten there?
You know, it's funny, just meeting with those guys, had a little bit of extra time, met with some of the defensive linemen and stuff, and went through some stuff with those guys along with Hobby and Robbie Leonard. We all met together, and the thing that he did during the game is he did exactly what we were asking him to do, to the best of his ability. He tried to get some push in the pocket. He played with power in the run game, and I mean, he's a pleasure to be around. I know I say that about all the guys, but you know, the relationship we're developing with these guys. I mean, I love coming to my job every day, working with these guys, and Jank is just, he provides some push in the pocket and a spark in there, and I thought that was positive. I thought that was real positive. You know, we asked for him to be one of the guys that contributed to being trying to be the most physical team out there, and he helped us with that.
How do you think Eric Rowe has played since he's been needed at safety?
Eric Rowe, the thing about Eric, he's a selfless guy that he's going to be willing to do whatever we ask him to do. And so whether it's safety, corner, wherever it may be, covering tight ends, backs, receivers, I think he's done a good job of competing and getting his hands on people. And, that's really helped us as a defense. And then, of course, the tackling, again, he's a guy who's a physical tackler, a guy who gets people down consistently, and and he's constantly trying to improve. So it's been positive.
On the subject of the takeaways, you had the one early. Got your hands on some balls.
Yeah.
Does the coach score that as progress, or how do you understand it?
I think I said it a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if you were here. Sorry, but progress. I mean, we're progressing, but you want more. There are opportunities out there, and we'll capitalize on those more as it goes along. But there's definitely been some progress, but it's hard for me to progress. I want to win games, so that's what it comes down to. We got to win the game. So guys are improving, and we just got to find a way to this week when we're facing the Jets of how to finish the game. As a complete group. So.
Guys who have good hands?
Yeah, we got guys with good hands. Yeah, definitely got guys with good hands. I think the old adage about, defensive players don't have hands. I don't know if that's the case anymore. I was an offensive player when I started at college, but I didn't have hands, so.
What have you seen that you like from your young cornerbacks?
This is how we evaluate the cornerback position. We look for guys with toughness. That's what we start with. So whether it's mentally and physically, guys who can tackle, all right, and then the willingness to get up in somebody's face and get your hands on them. So again, the toughness, that stuff. That's all plays into it. But I've seen that from those guys, and the ability to come back, play, whether it's a good play, bad play, be able to compete and just keep working at it. That's something that I'm really like, I never played the position, but I understand being out there on an island like that, as a coach from a coaching perspective. But I'm just amazed at how those guys, if it's one good play, bad play, whatever it is, it's the next play. And I'm always amazed by that, especially when they're younger, because, it can be harder, especially, big stages like we are here in the NFL, whether it's a Monday night game, whether it's a Sunday 1 o'clock game, it's a big stage. It's NFL football, so.
What led to Vince Beagle playing more last night? He played well.
He's been playing. He's been playing a lot lately. What led to it is really practice, and then his diligence in the classroom and in terms of in our meeting rooms, and then just the performance on the field. Whether it was again, he came out there. He played the way we asked him to play. He did a good job in terms of trying to set the edge and rushing on the right side over there. He's providing a spark, and he's definitely providing some energy out there, and he's doing a good job of using his body and his tools to help us as a defense.
Mike Baker was a lot more active last night than he's been in recent weeks. What did you see from him?
I saw a guy. He's hungry right now. You have to. Just by his play, he was running around. Again, attempting to do the stuff we're asking him to do, and I mean, I thought that play he made on that third down, that was critical in the 4-minute, or I mean, it might have been after the sudden change. I mean, I don't know what his speed rate was, but he got over there. And, obviously we're going to need that this week against the Jets because, you're dealing with Bell and we're dealing with Bell, Powell, all these backs, Ty Montgomery, guys that, we're going to ask Bake to probably, at some point he's going to have to cover those guys. But, I thought it was an illustration of his toughness, his awareness to see the play, and also just his natural ability and his physical traits right there.
I know when fans sometimes, or even people in our business, look at snap counts. With some teams, if they see a guy's snap counts go down, we'll think, well, maybe he's not playing that well. With your team, though, the way you and Brian run things, a guy's role can change. He might be playing well, but he could play a lot more in one game or not a lot in the other. So one thing I noticed with that was Taco. 30 snaps yesterday, less than it had been the previous two. Was that a function of the type of defense you wanted to use? Did Taco not have a great practice week? What?
No, I mean, Taco worked hard this week in practice. It was just in terms of what we think we put out the defense and the unit, however you want to look at the particular unit, what we think is going to be best that week. And for this week, it was a different configuration of the guys. So that's clear. I mean, it wasn't anything bad on Taco. It was just a different configuration of the guys. And then, when Taco got in there, he was productive, so, I mean, we got that from him. So, I mean, I think, his work ethic and what he's doing in the classroom and also in the practice field has been good. And, we're going, based on what we think is best that week, we're going to move it around a little bit.
That's good. Thank you.